Hello friends, my name is Radha Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic the estimate activity resources. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam or PMP in near future. So let's start. First of all, I request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. And estimate activity resources is basically a process of part of the project time management knowledge area in the project management body of knowledge PMBOK guide. Project management body of knowledge of PMBOK guide is basically a book issued by PMI Project Management Institute, which basically a non-profit based organization. A very popular certificate of PMI is PMP certificate. So one of the process is estimate activity resources. This process is conducted during the planning phase of the project, involve estimating the type and quantity of resources required to complete project activities. Resources could be human resources, equipment, material, and facilities. For example, friend, you are implementing an e-commerce solution and you want to know that how many resources are required to complete this project. So let me give you an example. So for example, there are 5 activities. For example, in the software development, you need 2 software developers and 1 designer. In the QA, you need a 1 QA resource and you need a 1 DevOps resource for the production deployment. For example, this is an example of activity resourcing. So first of all, you have to identify the activities. Based on the activity, you have to identify that how or which type of resources you need, either human resources or any like hardware resources. So first of all, we have to review the activity list. So in the review list, begin by reviewing the list of activities generated in the define activities process and understand the task and the requirement associated with each activity. So that means first of all, you must need the list of activities in your hand so that you identify that how many and which types of activities are there and which type of resources required for those activities. Then next is the determine the resource type. Identify the types of resources needed for each activity. Resources can include human resources, equipment, material, and facilities, and consider the skill set and expertise required for the task. For example, in the software development, you need 1 senior resource of software developer and 1 junior resource, or you can say assistant software developer resource. The DevOps means that you need a senior software DevOps resource for production deployment. So this type of things is also very important whenever you are estimating the activity resources. And also, for example, you need 2 hardware servers for the production, 1 for testing. Also, after that, you have to consult with the subject matter experts. Subject matter experts means that normally or generally technical experts which has the domain knowledge. So you have to discuss with them the, for example, a person who has already implemented such type of project, or a person who has very good knowledge about domain. So you can discuss with them and collaborate with subject matter experts, team members, and relevant stakeholders to gather insights on resource requirements. You can also utilize the historical information. That means the historical documents like scope documents, any project plans, project management plans, the any resource estimations already available. For example, in the past, you have already done the mobile application, for example, for e-commerce, let's suppose. So this information which is available already in your organization, it could be very helpful for activity resource estimation. Then consider resource availability. That means you must have to consider that the resources are available as well. That means, for example, you are starting the software development in the month of January, so you must have to ensure that the software developer resources are also available from the month of January. For example, the software resources are already engaged in some other project, or maybe due to some personal reasons they are not available in the month of January. So what you will do, so you must have to ensure the resource availability as well. Then you have to identify the resource quantity as well. Resource quantity means that how many resources are required. For example, you need 2 resources for software development, one resource for DevOps, one resource for QA, and for example one resource for business analysis, etc. So based on that, you have to identify the quantity as well. This may include the hours of work, quantity of materials, and the use of specific equipment as well. Then document the resource estimation. That means record the resource estimates for each activity in a structured manner. You can use the Microsoft Excel, like you can record such as resource type, quantity, and any specific requirement. For that means, for example, for software development you need two resources, one for the one senior resource and one junior resource, for example. So in that way you can make a Excel sheet. It will be very helpful for you. Then you also have to consider the contingencies as well. Contingencies means that any uncertainty or any unforeseen resource issues. For example, you are starting a project and the software development has to start from the month of January. At the same time, the software developer has resigned and he will no more be available from the month of January. So what you will do in that case? For example, you have ordered a hardware server and it was expected to be received in the month of February, but due to some reason, any regulatory requirements or any legal problems, the server will not be available in the month of February. So what you will do? So you have to consider all the contingencies or any unforeseen resource issues as well. So contingencies can help mitigate risk related to resource shortages or changes in availability. Then the resource estimation must have to be reviewed and validated with the team members, and address any feedback or concerns and make adjustments as needed. For example, if there is any discrepancy, if there is any like for example any problem, or use some team members are saying that there's any modification required, so you must have to address any feedback or concerns and make adjustment as needed. For example, the team is saying that rather than two team members, there should be four members in the software development, for example. So you must have to consider and see what are the possibilities, what you can do in that case. If that is a valid feedback, so you must have to consider and do the modification as well. Obtain the approval from the key stakeholders and share the activity resource estimation with them, and ensure alignment and agreement on the estimated resource requirements for project activities. Generally we get the approval on the paper, and sign offs are proper that they are approving the activity resources. So the output of this estimate activity resourcing is a basically comprehensive list of estimated resources for each activity. This information is crucial for developing the project schedule in the subsequent process, particularly in develop schedule where resource availability and allocation directly impact the timeline. Effective resource estimation supports efficient project execution, minimize delays, and helps in optimizing resource utilization across the project. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching.